Yeah. What's going on? Yeah, it's been a minute, but here I am. Y'all knew I was coming. You know I was coming. You know I'm coming. You know what? And I can hear some now. You need to come during the week. I'm going to do that, all right? But as for now, welcome to another edition of the Big Time Show that is being seen and heard everywhere. But in particular, it is being heard live right now as we speak on Podbean. It is being heard live on the Spotlight Sports Network. Those two are the homes of the Time Show podcast. I am on the YouTube channel now of the Spotlight Sports Network channel as we speak. What's going on about it? It showed up. I am being seen and heard live on Facebook, too, Twitch, and Twitter. And my replay, it will be heard by Podbean and iHeartRadio and Tumblr and LinkedIn, Google Podcasts, and everywhere. And hello to you that are listening probably on this replay, the actual live show. Listen, welcome everybody. I'm gonna get to a few comments that I see that are in the house so far. Got a few people. I ask that you, if you do not mind, rather quickly listen. I'm on one of my original platforms as far as I give out the podcast, but you don't have the ticker today, but most of you guys, how to just put this one up for now. Those that may want to see this live, listening live on Podbean, for instance, you cannot see me, but if you want to go to YouTube or Twitter, you can go at Big Time Lou on Twitter, and I'm live there now. Or if you want to go to YouTube, just search out the Big Time Show and just find me, and I am right there as we speak. You can see this live, or if you just want to keep listening without the face, that's cool. I ain't got no problem. Just want you guys to share. I'm coming to say hello to everybody sharing right now. Hopefully we can get some, more of an audience in. As you guys will take over the show today. Again, y'all take over the show. It becomes fun because it can put everybody on the spot. I got a few things that I can talk about without a doubt, but it's so much fun when you guys take over. That's what I want to happen again. So Go ahead and get your thoughts together. Cowboy related. Please don't come talk to me about Will Smith and Chris Rock. I don't want to hear it's thousands upon thousands of people who have already talked about that, and that's not how my show rolls. So, yeah, I have an opinion, but I don't want to talk about it. Right? Before y'all even go that route, somebody gonna say it anyway, but I ain't gonna even answer it. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna be mean today. Listen, if you're on Podbean now, at some point I will open up phone lines. Those that are watching, I will open up the phone line again. So, hold some folks. Hey, Wendy. Oh, she said it better be some different news. I don't know, depending on what y'all talking about. Gilda, what's up? It's bad when I don't feel guilty anymore. Yeah, Kenny, they let me out, man. I'm out for rehab just for the show. Y'all know how I am. I've been on rehab for the Cowboys and the Lakers. The Lakers did it to me again. Now, we'll talk about this. You know, I might talk about this. The Lakers put me in rehab again. They let me out. Anthony Davis played. LeBron played. Still lost. All these all-time 75th anniversary players, and we out on the outside looking at playoffs. It's really ridiculous. You know. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, what's going on? Joe, Michael Evans. Every time you come on the show, you're in a different place, man. He's in Washington, D.C. There's still baseball key to business. Oh, man. Yeah, y'all started. All right. Let's talk, y'all. Now, if you've been keeping up with Cowboy stuff, you will notice I need everybody just to applaud yourselves and applaud at least this platform. Now, I'm not going to take it forward, but I know what I've been in my little attempt to bring out Cowboys. I told you when I first started this stuff that I come pretty much from a Cowboys fan perspective rather than, 1,000% accuracy and all that kind of stuff. I can do that, but I'm coming from a fan perspective, especially late. What's up, Coach Dante? I see you. And this platform, along with you guys, Wendy, Mike Evans, and Tavis, my people that, supported almost every time I pop on. You know what we've been pushing here on this show. My guys, Coach, and everybody. I know I'm missing out on some names, so maybe I called it out. But you guys know Shane, Odom, those guys who have been here, what I'm talking about. And it seems like finally the heavyweights, people that have real voices, voices that make a difference, like when they speak, people listen. I'm seeing and hearing things that the people are saying that we have been pushing for the last 2 to 3 months. I'm hearing it now. I'm hearing the same thing. Let me show you the example, and then we'll move. Mervin this week said that Cowboys are not concerned about winning. They're concerned about conquering the salary cap. Where y'all hear that from? Help me here. Haven't we been saying this consistently for the last few months? Haven't we been saying that Stephen Jones don't care about winning? You remember when I first started all this stuff, said, do the Cowboys really want to win, or are they secretly rebuilding? Remember I said that. You guys helped me with that argument or that question. How about that's what we're hearing now? And now it is a ripple effect that is going through, because see, when a person like Michael Irvin talks, then those words get to what's so awesome in sports doing. Those words get to the offices of the powers that be a whole lot more quicker than this little voice that's right here in Memphis, Tennessee. So Michael Irvin is now saying the same exact thing. I don't know if y'all caught it or not, but if you did not, I should have had, I guess, a little video here. And he sounded just like me. He did. He sounded just like me. Same bravado, same energy, same passion, and said that we're not concerned about winning. All right? Michael Irvin said it. When Michael Irvin said it, watch this, y'all. When Michael Irvin said it, it gave kind of like an open gate for everybody else to start talking now. Because see, if Michael said it, they feel a little bit more secure in coming out now. They probably been thinking it, but maybe was scared to say it. Here's a prime example, real quick. Watch this. Let's listen. I hope you guys can see that. So this is an article from Blogging the Boys. Can you guys hear me first of all? Let me make sure I got that right. I need everybody to say you can hear me while I got it in. Can you hear me? Let me know. I need to know, can you hear me when I had it up? I need to know that. Okay. Wendy says she can hear me, so you can hear me right now. Thank you, Wendy. Well, let's proceed real quick. This is an article from Blogging the Boys, a Dallas Cowboy owned type of whatever business in which these guys are the writers for that, particular blogger or whatever. This is John Jocks Taylor. Most of you guys will know his face. He's been writing for Dallas Morning News for a long period of time. Used to write for the Cowboys and still does write just a little bit for them. This is what he says, and I'm just going to read this small part here. And y'all tell me where y'all heard this from. It says the goal is to win games, not have a palatable salary cap situation. This isn't necessarily about spending big money on the free agents, he says, such as a 32-year-old Bobby Wagner, but it's not enough to tell us every year that signing your own free agent is the best you can do. Not when you haven't been to the Super Bowl since the 1995 season, which is also the last time the Cowboys played in the NFC Championship game. Only raggedy franchises like Detroit and Washington have had longer droughts. Sometimes you need to supplement the roster with players who can come in and help out right away. Where in the world y'all heard that from? So the draft choices are hit and miss. The Cowboys need to do better for the Cowboys. It's about taking advantage of the window to win right now with players such as Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, running back Ezekiel Elliott, defensive end Marcus Lawrence, before they move out of their prime. And you can't see the rest, but it says, but the Cowboys have been so consumed with Dallas and their salary cap, they've forgotten how to win. Well, y'all done heard that from. I mean, I don't. Didn't we say all this? Y'all help me. I mean, haven't we been saying all this, y'all? Have we been saying this? And please, I realize I'm not the only podcaster that says all this stuff. I realize that. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. Okay, I'm not trying to. Yeah, Coach Dante, they let me out just for a minute. So the Lakers last night, I'll talk about that later on. I'm going back in, but I'm out just for a minute. But everybody that's with me, my family, I'm looking at some of the names in here. Michael Evans, Joe, and Wendy, and there's a few others who ain't made their appearance yet. Y'all have, Shane, and, Edie and Gary Bryant. My folks has been here with me. Haven't we been saying all this? Haven't we been saying this? I'm just glad that it done finally got to some people that rightfully have a little bit more influence than I have. That's what I'm glad about. Because maybe they'll listen. That's what I'm saying. Maybe if Michael Irvin said it, and since he got Jerry Jones' number on speed dial, maybe the message can become clear. Maybe that the way that we're doing things now, it's just not gonna cut it. See, with the Bobby Wagner signing, just in case I got some folks on here that have been hiding under rock maybe for the last few days. If you don't know and you're still holding on to the Bobby Wagner dream, go ahead and flush it down the toilet. The Rams got him. 5 years, $50 million deal. That's $10 million a year. I don't think Bobby's going to play 5 years, but the reason why you give a long-term deal is because that's the way that you can affect the salary cap for this year and next year and all that kind of stuff, rather than do a 3-year contract and still, kind of being the thing. But it's amazing to me how the Rams just keep finding ways to find money when everybody say they don't have no draft picks. They don't have no money. They just working on 1 year. They going for 1 year on it. Then they're gonna be down. I can't tell they're gonna be down. I can't tell. So let me get this straight. Then just the day before they signed Bobby Wagner, they signed Aaron Donald to a 4-year deal over $100-some odd million. I believe it was 130 or something like that. Excuse me, where did all this money come from? I thought the Rams were in serious trouble. That's what everybody keeps saying. How? And the Rams just keep on keeping on. So you telling me now that, you're telling me now that they have Aaron Donald on the line and they got Bobby Wagner at linebacker and they got Jalen Ramsey as a cornerback, and you don't think that the signing of Bobby Wagner doesn't hurt the Dallas Cowboy chances of maybe advancing somewhere? Oh my God, what world are we from? Okay. Instead, the Cowboy system is we're never gonna spend on no free agents. We're never gonna do that. What we're gonna do is sign free agents just to fill out spots. That's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna lean on this draft. That's what we shine at in the draft. And to Will McCray's credit, okay. Hey, Coach Price, I see my coach is here. Thanks for popping in. In order to today, what's up, Jose? My goodness, my brother here, Jose and Al. Let me tell you something. The draft process and all that worked at a certain time. It did. Okay? I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not knocking it. It did work. It's just not gonna work right now. No, it's not. Well, let me say this. If you're planning on trying to win now, that system is not gonna work now. It's not. It's too many teams stacking the deck. Whatever conference you want to go to, particularly the AFC, where the AFC West alone is going to just be a war this year between Kansas City and Oakland. The Raiders. I'm sorry, Las Vegas Raiders, the Chargers, and the Chiefs. It's going to be a war. Look at all the firepower that is coming to that division alone. All pros everywhere, just loaded, because they're trying to win now. You look at a team, as crazy as it may say, and I don't think they're going to win, but we have to applaud the Miami Dolphins. Oh my God, look what they've done. They're trying to at least say, look, we tired of sitting on the outside looking in. We trying to get to the playoffs at least. And I think Miami's done enough that they should probably get there this year. All right. Now, if you're telling me the only, I'm gonna be like y'all, I'm gonna be like most of y'all optimist Cowboys fans right now. Okay, real optimists. Always trying to find, the golden piece of a bad situation. I get it. I understand it. I'm gonna do that now. If the Dallas Cowboys are only concerned with winning the NFC East, then they may have done enough. Okay, I'll do that. If your whole goal is to say, we are going to win the NFC East every year so we can get a home playoff game, the Cowboys may have done enough to do just that. I'll give you that. I will. Because when you look at the quarterbacks of the NFC East, we should run the East. Carson Wentz, Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. Clearly, Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the division. A division where he has dominated. And these are the quarterbacks that he's going to see twice this year. That's at least 6 games of this season. Dak Prescott is better than all 3 of them. And the Cowboys team or roster now, should probably be a little better than Philly and maybe Washington. I'm not even counting the Giants yet. They should be. So if that's the goal, then I get it. If you're talking about beyond the first week of the playoff, we ain't nowhere in the fight. Nowhere. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. And I love y'all, but I don't care what y'all say. We're not ready for anything past saying we just gonna win our division. We're beyond just that. Anything other than that, we're not ready. We're not. And the system that we have. That's why Mike Irvin said what he said. Sound like what we've been talking about. That's why you hear the analysts saying, they done caught on now. Now they're saying the same thing that we have been saying here on this show for the last 3.5 months. We've been saying it. We said it last year. You cannot compete now because the NFL owners, the Rams and the Buccaneers, a couple years ago when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, when they mortgaged the farm, when they gave everything up for Brady, and they let Brady bring in guys from the street. Gronkowski was in the WWE. And everybody. Did y'all just see that Tampa Bay Buccaneers just signed? I don't know if that was April Fools or not. I don't know. But I saw something that said, and I'm not a Tampa Bay fan, so I don't know 100% accurate, but I thought I saw something that said that they signed Julian Edelman. I don't know if that was an April Fool's joke or not. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised. Look what the Buccaneers, and they won the Super Bowl. Then here come the Rams the following year. And they mortgaged the farm. Went all in for 1 year, and they cashed in. They won the Super Bowl. So the Matthew Stafford trade was justified. I don't care if the Rams don't never win the Super Bowl again. They won after they made the trade for Matthew Stafford. He delivered. So you can't tell me that this all-in system, I got you, Joe. I thought that's what I thought it was. So you can't tell me that this all-in for 1 year system does not work. What's up, E? What's up? What's up, Cincinnati crew? What's going on? So everybody, it's a change in system now. The Rams don't care nothing about no draft pick. They could care less. The Denver Broncos just proved by getting Russell Wilson, they don't care nothing about draft pick. They don't care. They're going all in. The Miami Dolphins have just showed you this season. We're not even sure about Tua. We're not even sure, but we're sure that we don't care nothing about these picks. We finna go ahead and spend this money. We finna do these trades to get these guys in here so we can go on advance our program to another level quickly. That's what we're gonna do. We don't care about the draft pick. We don't care about no salary cap. We don't care. We don't care. We moving. We're trying to win. This is the owners have caught on to the Boston Celtic way of playing ball. Go with me if you can. Everybody like to talk about LeBron James going to the Miami Heat with Wade and Bosh and all that. It didn't start there, y'all. It didn't start there. It started right before that. It started with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. And LeBron couldn't beat him, so he left Cleveland, went to Miami to form his super team. And then he formed his super team and won and won. And then you got a team that did it, quote unquote, the right way, which was the Golden State Warriors. They drafted all their guys, but they turned out to be Hall of Fame type players. That was the only homegrown. Everybody else is a super team. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. The NFL has adopted in their own way the same way. Look what the Chargers have done. Khalil Mack, Bosa. Oh, I mean, good God! Look what the Denver Broncos done. Look! All stack it up, stack the players up, make a run, stack it up. We don't have time. That's what they're saying for draft and development. We don't have time for that. We're trying to win now. We're trying to win the Super Bowl now. We don't have a window. Matter of fact, we're going to create a window. We're going to go get some of these old guys that y'all think is old, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. What the Rams did. That's what the Buccaneers did. Those are our last two world champions, y'all. They look like they cared about drafting and development. Do it look like they care anything about draft picks? Does it look like they care anything about the salary cap? So if you're talking about winning the Super Bowl, you're gonna have to build a team here. You have to build a team. And I ain't talking about with no rookies either. You're gonna have to go get some help. On a day one help. Like when you sign this guy, you already know they're penciled in as your day one starter. Day one. There's no doubt that Khalil Mack went to the Chargers. He started. There's no doubt that Russell Wilson went to the Broncos. He started. Huh? Yeah. Jose, great point. My brother in here. That's why I'm glad he here. E in the house too. I see you. I'm coming to your point. This is what Jose said. Jose said they really don't have time because the GMs will get fired. You're talking about the other team, not the Dallas Cowboys. Because right there, Jose said, unfortunately, our guys don't have that fire put in their butt because they ain't worried about being replaced because they own the team. Hello. So they get to use this draft and development scheme that's their system because everybody else was using their system. The Buccaneers just messed everything up for everybody because they don't care. And the Rams followed right in those footsteps the same way. Trade away all your picks. Look, go get some real dogs. Put them in your lineup. Let's go win the Super Bowl. Let's go get Von Miller, the Rams said. Let's go get Von Miller. We don't care. We don't care. Just like this year, they repeat the same. Let's go get Bobby Wagner. We'll take Bobby. Yeah. We're trying to win the Super Bowl. We don't have time. We don't have time to be hoping you draft a guy in the first round and hopefully in their third year, they may turn out to be a Pro Bowl player. We ain't got time for that. We want a Pro Bowl player before training camp begins. We want a Hall of Fame player. And we're going to try to go back to the Super Bowl. That's what the Rams are doing. And I bet if most of you guys are the Cowboy fans here, I got a feeling some of y'all saying, okay, the Rams got a good shot this year. Some of y'all going to be saying that. You know y'all. Because you see what they got. Only injury is going to stop that. I mean, come on now. And in the meantime, we got guys who want to stick to the old way. Oh, no, coach. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. Oh, no. Don't get me wrong, coach. And maybe I presented it wrong. Okay. I'm not knocking the draft at all. Here's my point, coach. And maybe and I know you hang with me, but previously on my other shows, I said this. Based off the roster that we had last year when we lost to the 49ers, based off the roster that we had, as soon as them guys went back to the locker room, the answer would have been not to spend like the Rams and the Buccaneers, you just make up a whole totally different team. That was not the answer. What I said was, you're only a few pieces because the roster is good enough now. All you need is maybe one, maybe two guys that's going to carry the team over the top. That's what I said. Such as, for instance, if we have these big problems with Connor Williams at left guard, can we go free agent shopping for a proven left guard who know how to play? Plug him in right there. Everybody's been crying about getting a true deep defensive tackle. If that's what it was, can we go get one? Or you ain't got to do that. If you wanted a linebacker, there were linebackers there. We can spend money on two of them now. I know one and build off the roster that we had. Instead, look what we done. We done told the whole team about. You ask me. We done gave away starters. We done lost starters. We ain't progressing. We regressing. And then, as your point, Coach, the draft is important because you can't just have 75-year-old players the whole year. I understand that. But at the same time, I don't want no rookies coming in starting. I don't want nobody drafting the first round. They're going to be just playing special teams all year long. I don't want that. That's all I'm saying. Build off what you had. Don't tear it down. Don't tear it all the way down. When you give away your number one receiver, you give away your starting right tackle, you lose your left guard, starting left guard. I don't care what everybody say. When you losing people on defense, you're not progressing. You're regressing. So now we got to plug in players and hope. And the hope, keyword is hope, that they are step it up or whatever. That's what we're hoping for. Even though we're sure about Terrence Steele. I'm sure about him. I'm good with him. Everybody else, I don't know. I don't know about CD. I love CD just like y'all do, but I don't know yet. I told y'all that the other day. I got to see it first. I got to see how he going to do. as number one. I don't know. I don't know nothing about James Washington. I don't know. I know about him, but I don't know how well he's gonna do with that. I gotta see it first. Gallup ain't playing coming up, starting off. We gotta make sure his knee right. Well, you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I gotta see it before I give credit to it. I need some no doubt. If we're trying to win the Super Bowl, then what I'm saying fits. But if all we're concerned about is winning the NFC East, then maybe we've done enough in free agency. And the draft is going to be well, because one thing that the Cowboys do well is draft. We draft well. No doubt about that. This is the time where Cowboy fans go ahead and get a little excited, because this is Will McClay's territory here. He does well, man. He does well. You won't give him. We draft well. Now, some of them guys don't make it, we never seen. I thought Brandon and I could play. I knew he was small, but I knew he could play. But Brandon and I never made it on the field, really. Yeah. Exactly. Until we see, exactly, Jose. Y'all can see what Jose is saying in the chat. I saw Coach say something. What Mike said, they don't want to pay the big money players for quality players. Oh, we know they're not going to do that. Coach says that Green Bay, 49ers, Seattle, New England, Bengals, mostly all homegrown drafted players. But do you think you should plug some holes with big free agents? I believe that we could have at least did that with the left guard position. If you don't have to do it nowhere else, but because we paid the money to Dak Prescott, and we know he needs to stay upright, we know he's going to be our quarterback for years, the least you could do is make sure that you put the best 5 in front of him. If you're going to spend money on one free agent, big name, it should have been at least at left guard. That's my opinion. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to draft the left guard and go through the growing pains. I don't want to do all that. I would have kept Connor Williams if I'm going to do all that. No. Spend the money, like the Cowboys always have done, on the offensive line. Make sure your quarterback has what he needs so he can do whatever it is that he needs to do. Left guard should have been addressed through free agency. That's just me. If you say this team revolves around Dak Prescott, then what you're telling me is that this team revolves around the offensive line. Because without the line being solid, Dak Prescott is going to get folded up like a lawn chair. That's just the bottom line. So, yeah, Coach, I'm saying if you ain't spending it on defense or whatever, Bobby Wagner, whatever, whoever y'all want, I can spend the money at least at the left guard position. Because we still got question marks right now. Connor McGovern is still a question mark. That's not solidified. We found that out last year. He did play. He did take over Connor Williams' job. And he didn't play well enough because Connor Williams got the job right back. So we don't know what Connor McGovern is, at least this year. I hope he's ready. I like Connor McGovern. But I don't know what I would have rather spent the money on a left guard. I would have. I would have go ahead and paid nice money for a left guard that I know gonna come in, and I'm feeling real secure about it because I need my quarterback, who I'm paying a whole lot of money to. I need him right. I need the guys in front of him protect him. I need a guy that ain't got too many holding penalties like Connor Williams. And Joe is saying we need to depend on Zeke running the ball. If he can get back to his old self, we have a shot this year. Well, we've been saying that forever, but it really ain't about Zeke though. That's Kellen Moore's territory. And I don't even have to tell y'all because y'all done heard me too many times about Kellen Moore. First of all, you got to call plays for Ezekiel. Let's start at ground zero. Let's start at ground zero. In order for Ezekiel Elliott to be the old Ezekiel, you have to call plays for Ezekiel Elliott. Let's make it even more clear. At the end of the game, I don't need to see Ezekiel Elliott for the whole game with only 11 carries. That's not smart. I don't need to see Tony Pollard with only 3 to 4 carries a game. So it's not Ezekiel Elliott's fault if he ain't getting the ball. Y'all know the story. Y'all know we don't run the ball. Come on now. It's Kellen Moore we talking about. So I get what you're saying, Joe. Like Joe, if you tell me Ezekiel Elliott got 20, 21 carries, and all he got is 43 yards, and then if you tell me Tony Pollard had 10 carries or 12 carries, and all he got was 46 yards, then we can talk about it. Huh? Again, Jose says, all y'all points are valid. I'm not knocking it. Here's another great one. Jose says using Pollard correctly will help us a lot more than Zeke crap. First of all, how about this? You got to run plays for Pollard. I say it again. I'm still stuck, y'all. In the 49er game, Tony Pollard only got the ball 4 carries. 4 carries in the whole game. When we were saying exactly what Jose just said, Pollard needs to get the ball more. Pollard needs to be used correctly. And at the end of the 49er game, we look at his stats. Tony Pollard only got the ball 4 times, man. 4 times. 4. Everybody knew. They said it before the game. We need to get Tony Pollard more involved. No, and what was it? 4 times? Come on, y'all. It's Kellen Moore. It's not Ezekiel. It's not Pollard. It's Kellen Moore. Huh? Go ahead, every game we lost, our running backs combined an average of 15 carries, and wins they average 30 plus sacks. Come on, y'all. That's a great statement by Coach. I mean, come on. What game plan? What kind of coordinator do you have that says Dak Prescott's supposed to throw the ball between 40 and 45 times a game, and your running backs combined only carry the ball, as you see what Coach said, at 8 times. Split it if you want. That means 8 and 7. Split it. You gonna sit and tell me a game plan that you done worked on all week should only have Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard respectively carry the ball at least 8 times to 7 times a game? What kind of coordinator are you? This is what we've been crying about for the last couple of years. That's why I'm not optimistic about Kellen Moore. I believe we're gonna score. You know, we won't be as explosive as we were last year, but I believe he's good enough that we're gonna score. But you know, as everybody say, this Dak Prescott team now, so I guess they playing. Let Dak throw the ball 40, 50 times a game, and let our running backs just chip in. That's what we've been saying. Yeah. The only game, Coach, that I see that really wasn't close was the Denver game. The Denver game, they took away the game for us, period. They blew us out so bad. I mean, you know, the only way we're going to try to get back at it. But everything else, Coach is right. Everything else was a close game. They still weren't getting the ball. Yeah. Y'all comments because y'all telling the truth. Jose said the problem is running the ball isn't a choice of ours anymore. It's more of we can run then we can run then we good. We run 30 plus. We playing a team that can't stop it. but we used to be able to run at will. That goes to what we're saying, well, not what I've said, but what the facts and stats say, that a lot of the running happening is well, the time we played Carolina last year, Carolina was ranked number 1 and we get them down, make it broke. I mean, we did that. But when it all boiled down to, Carolina was not defense in the league. And they went downhill as soon as we beat their brains out. But we can run roughshod over our division, but we couldn't run the ball against the Georgia Tech against 49ers. I remember that, Coach. Y'all remember this? This is the truth. I love when y'all take it because it's just true. There's a fact right there. Look what Coach said. Played Denver, we were down 13 and a half with only 8 in the first half. Come on, y'all. What kind of game plan is that? What kind of game plan is that? This is why I'm not. Our offense coordinator still Kellen Moore, right? I guess folks believe that he just had an epiphany or something. Like he just gonna be just a back guru this coming up season. No. Please. Well, let me go back to what I was saying, because I'm still saying that when you're close, okay, you won 12. Exactly, Jose. You had won 12 games last year with a pretty team, with a team that you didn't expect to win 12 games. You found a player in Mr. Curse, Javon Curse. You found a player there who shocked everybody. All right. You found a defense. You had the great Michael Parsons, and you weren't expecting that type of year from this dude. You were not expecting Mr. Lord have mercy Trayvon Diggs to do what he did last year, but he's capable of it. Okay? He's capable of it. I don't expect him to have that many interceptions next year, but you got to be careful when you throw his way. You know that. Nobody wasn't expecting this defense to play like they did last year. Nobody. But since they can play, okay, my way of building the football team, say, okay, I'm really believing that my defense is going to be really my strong point next year, my strongest unit. I got a choice here. I can strengthen it or keep it the same. I'm not going to subtract from it, but I can keep it the same. Let's roll, or I can add to it then in the spot again, or in this spot or that spot. That's what I would have done. Or offense, I get Connor Williams. I get that. Hey, Tulian, I see you on pod, man. I would have, Lyle Collins, I'm in debate on him. I get Connor Williams. He had to go. I get that. But say one thing about Mark Cooper League. I understand how much you had to pay him, and I get it. Especially at this same situation before you got Mark Cooper. Now, they're thinking, of course, that CeeDee Lamb is the man. And praying that he is. If he is, then what I'm saying ain't going to be worth it. But he better be the man. Because if we're going to be in real trouble. He better be the man. But you just gave away a number 1 receiver. A guy who demands a double team every time he's up on the football field. He demands a double team. CeeDee Lamb, I don't know if he demands it quite yet. He's going to have to beat up on one corner to make sure that they get some help on him. He's going to have to make people play very early next season. Not saying we can't, he could be. so that they can change their whole mindset of thinking of how to cover him. As long as he going one-on-one, they don't believe. That's what we're going to have to find out. All right. Y'all talking so good, I'm going to go on and do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know some of y'all disagree. There it is. Y'all say it. Five Bean, if you want to call in, you can call in now. Phone line is open. Joe, see you. The same thing. Cooper getting 3 targets a game, and then they have the nerve to say Cooper production was down. That's Kellen Moore. That's Kellen Moore. That's Kellen Moore right there. That's Kellen Moore. But we are, if you want something positive, we are just like Michael Irvin said, just like I've been saying, we are the salary cap champions of the world. There's no doubt about that. The Dallas Cowboys have conquered and mastered of how to save on the salary cap, how to stay out of salary cap jail. Stephen Jones is the best in the league. All right, here we go. Hold on, I see it.
Call from
Coach Jamal.
Got my guy here. My man, the one and only coach. Coach Price.
What's going on with you?
Man, I'm so glad you're in here. Go ahead and talk to me.
Yeah, hey man, I got three, man.
Come on.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you somewhat about you need these key big time free agents to plug in certain situations. Mm-hmm. But I think sometimes we get so free agent enamored and say, okay, man, we look at like, what the Rams did last year. But you got to understand, man, Rams had people who would not get all the pub but had great years. There was guys they picked up in the later rounds. Some of the linebackers, some of the defensive players. And Aaron Donald still was to me the key. Again, you can build, but you do need to get people, and that's what we said about Wagner. Wagner was a key person to go with all the draft picks you got, and that would be a key to put you over the hump. You don't have to go all board with a whole lot of free agents. You just have to be strategic in the things that your team needs. Mm-hmm. And you need to be able to get more out of the guys that have years. Most times when teams win Super Bowls, the average players have what we call career years. Mm-hmm. And anytime you start looking at players on the team that have more, everybody's having their years, that might not be all pro years, but they're having the best seasons that they have had in their previous career. And you put all that together, that's when your stars can go ahead and win, because football is the greatest team sport, man. And you need those collections, but you got to have the right person to put these things together to win. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we got that in the leadership category, in the head coach category, because those type of guys are alpha guys, and they push to get these type of people in these type of jobs. So, Sean McVay is not going to be at L.A. if they telling him that, hey, we can't go out and get this key guy because we don't want to. He's going to be like, hey, man, I'm moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Because the coach.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel about that, man, because there's more homegrown teams won championships and been in Super Bowls with drafted players and drafted well and led their teams than it is guys that done both teams.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, I mean, the Redskins, even though we talk about the Redskins, the Washington football team, they were the Redskins then.
We don't, Coach, we don't know what their name was. I mean,
yeah, we don't know what they say, but
team,
they did that for a many years.
Commanders, Commandos, I don't know what. My God.
Yeah, and I think if people remember, they went on the stretch where they didn't care about drafted players either. And they kept every free agent was out there, they went and got. But they got them nothing. You know what I'm saying? They got them into a point. Now they're thinking about trying to do things from the draft, but that owner, I don't think people remember he went out every time was a big name, they went and got it. Mm-hmm. You know, because they thought that they could build it that way, but they didn't have no homegrown players. Mm-hmm. So that's the one thing about that Big Show. And I don't say, you know, we not in the all in thing, and I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing
Go ahead.
The other thing I want to talk about, what I was just talking about, and what you were talking about, with you know, we were talking about the run game.
Mm-hmm. Horrible.
I think people get it. I want all the Cowboy fans, and maybe your fans out there can answer this question. Will we settle for the 49ers run-oriented offense with maybe one top receiver, but they can score points, play great defense, and play for NFC championship games like they have done the last 2 to 3 years, and potentially play in the Super Bowl? Will we take that as Cowboy fans, or we want to do away and end up not making the playoffs out of the first round?
Good question.
Will we take that?
I believe
we have the ingredients to do the exact same thing.
Well, let me say this from me. Now everybody else may feel different. I would take it, Coach, because. But the reason why I'm saying this is because it's common sense that, kind of like the article that I showed before. He was talking about the window. You take advantage of the window being open. I'm saying that the window is closed incredibly quickly.
It don't stay open long in the
NFL. And I mean, when you start talking Tyron Smith, it's just about over for him. Okay.
Well, I can't say the window's closed for him, because we forget that the Rams took a 40-year-old guy that was, for the last 2 seasons, he has missed 9 the year before. He missed a lot of games.
You're talking about Whitworth.
What the Rams said was, we can take the times that he's missing, but when he's in crucial moments, there's not a better guy than him.
You're talking about Whitworth.
And he's on the cheap.
Yeah, you're talking about Andrew Whitworth. He's retired now, but I know what you're saying now. Yeah.
So you can do that. You know, when you talking about drafting getting a quality offensive line to free agents, Tom Brady overshadows a lot of what went on with the Tampa Bay, because a lot of people don't get a lot of credit because of the magnitude of Tom Brady. But if you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
watch yourself, Coach. You about to go into some. Hey, Coach, you about to mess with some folks right here. But go ahead.
I'm not saying bad about Tom Brady.
Oh no, I ain't talking about that. Go ahead.
If you look at the 2 draft picks that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted the year that they won the Super Bowl, both of those guys are now Pro Bowlers. Mm-hmm. They protected Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. They was late round draft picks, but they turned out to be all pros. People don't ever talk about his offensive line, mm-hmm. but those guys did not get the credit that they deserved because they kept Tom Brady upright. They may have had a couple of hiccups in there, but their offensive line was great, and none of them were round draft picks.
Mm-hmm. But the only thing that
it's not about trying to get a team of all top-ranked picks. Mm-hmm. You have to get guys to produce and get the best out of every position, because you only have a small amount of positions. I still say the only reason we can't win is because you have to be a special type of head coach to rein in your offensive coordinator, and you have a special type of head coach in Dallas, because Dallas is a very unusual place. And if you will wilter under the weight of pressure of all the media, and if you're not strong enough to deal with the Joneses as well as the media and rein your team in,
yeah,
you're always come up short. And there's only been 3 coaches that has been ultimately successful, and one of them didn't win a Super Bowl, but they were different types of breed with their personality made inside the Star or inside Valley Ranch a place. I don't care what else you're doing, but inside this building, I'm the boss.
There you go.
That's and you can't do it with, and I think the Joneses think you could do it without that, because I think Jerry's still on the belief 100. If I get enough players, anybody can coach a team and win a championship. That is not the case.
Yes, sir.
You got one other point, and Big Show, and I'm gonna let you go.
Go ahead, dog. You got it.
And I'm gonna throw some controversy out there now.
I like it because I got some controversy coming. Go ahead.
We talk about free agency, and I think I sent you a message about this. How these other teams and the Rams are just throwing all this money out there. I would like for people to understand that the salary cap means it is a salary cap. But way teams circumvent salary caps, this is probably the same way they circumvented the salary cap for the Rams, circumvented the salary cap for Bobby Wagner. You have to put big money cash bonuses up front where teams can sign deals, and you can spread that money out where it hits for a certain year, not big, and by the time the cap go up, the hit comes, and then you can get rid of the guy, but try to put out big money. Let's look at the Cowboys. Every free agent they have signed, I think they're giving like $2 million signing bonus. You know, nothing big. Last year, over $100 million worth of signing bonuses, $66 million for Tedesco. I've been working in finance as long as coach finance all my life. People don't believe that net worth means that you have cash capital.
All right.
There is a lot of suits that's coming down Dallas way. There's cheerleaders, there's suits. And if you hearing about those suits, believe you me, there's probably 15 to 20 of hush money that you don't even know about.
No doubt about it. We just found out about Jerry.
And the Cowboys are not coming up on big money to circumvent the salary cap by giving 10, 15 million up front, because they could have gave Mark Cooper $15 million and spread his number down from 20. But they're not doing that because everything that glitters is not gold. And I know everybody out there say, oh, no, it's impossible. That's $6 billion worth. But that don't mean you got cash that you can unload. They're spending money on buying land. They're spending money on buying energy franchises that was in bad debt. All that means you can make money, but you can't make money right off the bat, and it costs capital to keep all that going.
I like it.
I have seen it before. It's been before. Everything that glitters is not gold. So it's a reason why they're talking about, oh, we're not spending no money, we're not doing no raises. We're getting rid of players that we can spread out if we gave them big signing bonuses and spread their money out. We go in the draft, that's a cheap way because we can wait to make revenue to pay those players. There's a reason why Dalton Schultz hadn't signed his deal yet. To bring his cap number down, you may have to write Dalton Schultz a 15 or 20 million, or 15 or $12 million check up front to bring his number down.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
I'm just saying, and I believe later on that this would come out, and what don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse.
Oh, yeah.
Because they are really talking slow what they're doing, and they're blaming it on the cap. But other teams know that if you got big cash dollars up front and you going all in, give these guys these big bonuses, spread their number, and you can make it work. Cowboys refuse to do that.
I love it. I love it. You started a controversy right there, Coach. You said you was going to do it. I like that.
All right, man.
All right,
Take
man.
care, bro.
I always appreciate your call, Coach. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Listen, the phone lines, Coach slipped something in. He he didn't jump on it like I thought he was gonna do. He went a different way. But I'm about to throw the major controversy. Did y'all hear Coach slip something in? He said that Tom Brady makes up for a lot. He didn't use the word, but what he was saying, he makes up for a lot of the deficiencies of maybe some of the mistakes. He is absolutely right, Coach, when he's talking about the gap. And they were very young. One of them was a rookie, and now they are either Pro Bowler or All Pro. Both of them are. Both of them. That now, whatever you think about that, we all know Brady gets rid of the ball extremely quick. We know that. That's where it always have been. But Coach said that Tom Brady pretty much makes up for a lot of the deficiencies that a team may have. When you have that type of guy, that guy covers up for defensive mistakes as well. He's able to sustain long drives, keep the defense somewhat fresh. Most of all, he's able to go ahead and cash in and put points on the board. Most of all, you know you're never out of a game because you got that guy as your quarterback. We don't even have to go down the resume of Tom Brady. We don't. Here's my controversy. Some of y'all already know where I'm going. Is Dak Prescott that guy? Yes, look, no. I need y'all to be honest. See that what Coach said was true. Tom Brady makes up because of the greatness that he has. He makes up for a lot of mistakes. And we're paying that as he's that type of guy. Okay. I know this is gonna hurt. So see, I know it's almost like a Bible commandment. Thou shalt not talk about that. That's and if you do it, you almost have to turn in your Cowboy star. You got to turn in your jerseys that you done bought, and you sub to get cussed out because you shall not talk about Dak Prescott. But this is my show. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the question because see, that's the way he's gonna be judged. So when you get paid, what he get paid? What he got paid. And when they're saying that this is your team, and when they're taking away pieces from you, important pieces, they're starting to say, really, we have that guy, number 4. And whatever we let go of, that guy is able to lift the team, and there's no problem. I'm gonna ask y'all again. I already see you, Jose. I see some of y'all because Coach is right. See, I'm just saying. There's only a few guys in the league, and I'm not comparing Dak to these guys because I know he ain't on that level. Okay, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me. I'm telling you the truth. I know he's not on his level. I know he's not on Rodgers' level. I know he's not on Mahomes' level. Those are the 3 guys, and y'all some more. Okay, that's up to you. I'm just saying, I know 3 guys that I know for sure that they make up for everything. You lose a Tyreek Hill. Listen to me. What's up, Gary? Tyreek Hill. Are you really worried about the Kansas City Chiefs? Are you worried about them really going down? Because they lost Tyreek Hill, their number 1 receiver? No. You know why? You have full confidence in Patrick Mahomes. Okay? You lose whoever on Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay lost Brady for about a week or two. And then Brady comes back. Tampa Bay in one announcement. When Brady was gone, we said, well, it's all over for them now. Oh, the Buccaneers won't even be in the race. They'll be drafted in the top 10. They're through. And then Brady said, I'm back. I'm coming back. And the very next thing they're saying is, can the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl? That's how quick that. But that one dude, Brady, because the rotation, you know what he's capable of doing with anybody. You're not worried about if you thought the Buccaneers were going to be drafted in the top 5, you're not saying that now because you know Brady back. And you know what they're going to get. You know what's going to happen. One man made that whole difference. One man. One. If the Green Bay Packers, say what y'all want about Aaron Rodgers, but y'all know you do. Y'all know that. You know what? Look, yeah, you lost Devontae Adams. Big loss. Big loss. Gigantic loss. Huge loss. No doubt about that. Special ball player. But Green Bay still favored in their division. You know why? That one dude in the backfield. One dude. You didn't take away nothing. You didn't take away nothing because saying Green Bay still got Aaron Rodgers. And as long as they got Aaron Rodgers, everything gonna be all right. What happened when Amari Cooper left the Cowboys? Everybody started saying Philadelphia might win the division. Washington got Wentz. I mean, if he could just run the ball with Gibson and these guys, they're going to challenge the Cowboys there. And the defense in the front four they have, the Washington, Chase Young will be back there. They're going to challenge the Cowboys, and I believe that they've got a real good shot at winning the NFC East. You didn't hear that about Tampa Bay when Brady came back. They already penciled it in. Tampa Bay going to win the NFC South. Everybody going to say Aaron Rodgers going to win the NFC North. Tyreek Hill gone to Miami. There's no difference. Everybody still going to be saying, even though the AFC West is incredibly strong this year, there's a lot of people still saying until Mahomes get beat, we got the Chiefs. Long as they got Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy calling plays, or Andy Reid calling plays, whichever one, long as you got that dude, you're going to win. We lose our number one receiver. Everybody putting Philadelphia on top now. What happened to the one guy, Dak Prescott? Why? What's the difference? I thought that some of you say he's top 5 quarterback. Now the NFL is supposed to be competitive now. Because Amari Cooper is gone? Shoot, he wasn't throwing to him anyway. Huh? Coach Price brought out a tremendous point. He didn't know I was going there. But I'm just putting it out there. Y'all really think that Dak Prescott can make up for the deficiency of this team? Gary, my brother in here. Look at Buffalo. By now, you know what Josh Allen brings to the table. Makes up for everything. I don't care what y'all say about Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. You know, when Lamar Jackson is playing and he's healthy, you know what that means for Baltimore. You know what that means. You know, carry a team. He can carry a team by himself. I know that sounds strange by himself. It's a team game, but y'all know what I'm talking about. See, if I keep saying the same thing over again about one guy every offseason, and I'm still saying the same thing, then that's telling me that guy that I'm talking about don't have it in him. I'm just saying, y'all. I know I'm stepping on your toes. I understand you don't like. But if I still got question marks about Dak Prescott, same questions that I've had for the last 3 years, if I still got the same questions about, see, if your team scores with $150 left on the clock and you go up, and the ball goes to the hand of Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, you know you're in trouble. You're saying, you'll be saying the team will score a touchdown with 1:20 left on the clock. They take, and the commentators will say, we'll just start there. Commentators will say they left too much time on the clock because they already anticipating what them dudes gonna do. Exactly. That's what they're saying. Hold on a second. I got a call in. Hold on.
Call from
Coach Miles.
Coach, here come Coach again. All right, Coach, you done stopped me on my rant. But go ahead.
I got a rebuttal, man.
Oh, here we go. I love it.
I heard you say what I was saying about that, and you are so correct. Tom Brady covers up a lot of deficiencies. Mm-hmm. But you guess what? Mm-hmm. He wasn't that until he was taught through Bill Belichick. Mm. And now he's ready to do all those things that he learned. Mm. If Dak Prescott had a guy that could teach him how to win, he'll go on and leave and go someplace else. Those lessons will be learned. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to become more of a leader to do things because he's been taught by Andy Reid. How did Sean Payton win? I mean, how did Payton, Rams coach, win? He got a guy that never taught Matthew Stafford how to win. He taught him how to win. That's what Dak Prescott needs. So Tony Romo fell off. If he would have had Bill Parcells his whole career, he probably would have won a Super Bowl.
So let's just stick with that, Coach. So you ready to let go of McCarthy then?
I'm ready for a guy that's going to be able to get us to the championship, but McCarthy is not that guy.
Okay, all right.
And the reason why, when you allow the offensive coordinator to do what he and you say in the press conferences, every week in the press conference you say that, the running game is important. That's our identity. This is what we need to do. And you allow the guy to do whatever reason he does it. You don't care if he got the Joneses' approval. You got to be strong enough to know that to win, we have to do it this way. And if we can't do it this way, $5 million, give me my $25 million for my guarantee of my money. And I'll win someplace else.
Let's go deeper, Coach. Let's go deeper. Since we've established, and I agree with you 100%, I don't think McCarthy is that guy. Then obviously people will start pointing towards Sean Payton. But Sean Payton, in my opinion, if he don't come back like this, then I don't understand why not. Sean Payton is going to want to come with some power. He's not coming back just to be a coach. Here. Okay.
I believe the same thing. But you think Sean Payton gonna come here?
I do not.
Let me tell you something.
I do not.
The Let me tell you something. I said this one time in the last show. People look around every time they offer a guy, even they offer Bobby Wagner, $5 million. What no McCarthy making? $5 million.
Exactly.
Jason Garrett made just a little bit more than $5 million. They're not going to pay a coach with Sean Payton because you're going to have to pay him at least 10 to get him to come out of retirement to coach your team.
That's right.
Stephen Jones ain't paying $10 million for a coach.
And
I don't care what it is.
And he's not going to give up the power that Sean Payton will demand.
Because you give $10 million, that already comes with some power.
A power of authority.
Guys,
there you go.
You start paying guys that much, that comes with power.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether you know it or not, then Coach and myself in just these last couple of minutes have solved the Dallas Cowboy problem, because if it's not Dak, and Coach point is true, you got Brady didn't come in like that. Belichick taught him a whole lot. We know that. That's the truth. That's 100% true. Coach just said, and I agree with him 100%, that Sean Payton is not the guy. So we eliminate that. Then we keep going up the ladder. We walking in straight into Jerry Jones' office, Coach. So are we saying, essentially, since he won't pay a coach, okay, he's not going to pay a coach, that type of coach to come train his quarterback or get his offensive coordinator in gear. In other words, another puppet. Are we saying, Coach, that as long as Jerry Jones or Steven is in the seat of authority, are we saying we're not going to win?
If they don't put the right person that run their organization on the field, they won't win. And listen, we got to understand, why did he go? If we want to talk about a coach, we understand why did he win to get Bill Parcells. The Cowboys were 5-11 for 3 years in a row before Bill Parcells.
5-11.
Right?
Yes, sir.
The organization was totally torn down. They didn't even have a quarterback. They didn't have nothing. So he had the ante up to get somebody to try to build this team back up. And Bill did it, but I think Bill didn't run away from the job. Bill was done. I don't think this health would have given, because he never coached again. As a matter of fact, he stayed in the front office maybe 1 or 2 years and he left. He didn't have the stamina to go all the way with. And since that team has been built up, they have had a consistent quarterback. They have had some consistent talent. So Derek feels that I can get a guy at low budget, and I can keep adding players and adding players and adding players and drafting, that I can prop him up to win a Super Bowl. And for these many years, it's up, down, up, down, up, down. That's just facts, people. We want to talk about all the players and all this. I have seen teams take less and win. You tell me the Cincinnati Bengals had the same amount of talent as the Cowboys?
It wasn't even close, Coach. They shine.
I don't even think the 49ers got the same amount of talent as the Cowboys.
We'll just stick with the Bengals. The Bengals have, Chase is special. I consider Burrow special. But again, look at the position that he's in. So if you get a guy that's quote unquote special in the quarterback position, you got a real good chance to win. He got hurt his first year.
Else?
Go ahead.
And they had a running ran for 1,300 yards this year.
Exactly. And with a line that's really not considered great at all. Raggedy, actually. They got the guy killed back there. But Mixon can run the football. They got a tight end. But certainly we didn't think that they were going to be the representative for the Super Bowl. And their roster does it to the Dallas Cowboys. But they got a coach, though.
Right. And you know what?
They got a coach.
Burrow was a year. Because they knew that the deficiencies with the offensive line had, but they were a little bit better run blocking. So they made sure that Nixon got his carries to keep some of the pressure off of Burrow. Because really every game wide open with Burrow, he wouldn't have made it through the season. You kept your offense on schedule for them to make plays.
Exactly.
People got two of the best running backs in the NFL. If you combine them together, we act like that we got tests from Pop Warner.
Yeah, like we're allergic to running football. Like it's a plague or something. Like
and it's not about, Big Show, it's not about running the football. Mm-hmm. It's about having a physical presence to your offense so you keep defenses honest,
mm-hmm.
plus you control the tempo of a football game.
Exactly.
That's what Kellen Moore doesn't know. Mm-hmm. He hasn't got experience enough to control the tempo.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Lane Kiffin guy that when first, remember Lane Kiffin first came out? Everybody thought he was a great guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know something? He's a great coach now because he got seasoned when he went and worked for Nick Saban. And ever since he's left Nick Saban, he's been a top-ranked coach. And matter of fact, Mississippi run more than they pass the ball.
True.
So now he was seasoned. Mm-hmm. Kellen Moore needs a guy, and if McCarthy is not strong enough to rein him in and take that talent that Kellen Moore has, that some of those great ideas, and rein him in and tell him how to control a football game.
Yeah.
A tempo of a game.
Yeah.
Get the most production out of the players that you have, not force your system on players that doesn't work. We're running the ball and winning, and he's trying to force the pass because he wants to do it his way.
Exactly. Horrible. Appreciate you, Coach.
So I mean, these are the point. It's not about a lot of big players. It's the concept that taking these players and winning. We have enough talent to win. We had more talent last year, but we got into a game that we didn't have no veteran leadership because we was on team, and we lost games that we could have built our confidence for the playoffs because we didn't do the things that makes us successful. And I don't care if a team has a good run defense.
Mm-hmm.
Good teams impose their will on other teams.
Exactly. I love it, Coach. As usual.
Football 101.
Man,
this is football 101.
Yeah,
we talk all the other stuff.
Yeah, you got to go.
101.
You got to go back down to the basics. It's just no doubt about it.
That's it.
It's about the pure basics: coaching, players, scheme. I mean, game planning is all basic, and that's a problem.
What makes us win? If we look at the record of what makes us win, what makes you think that you go away from that?
Yeah.
When I coached, I had my offense coordinator had one question, and me and him had a discussion. Said, are we going to do in this game what they do, what they don't handle what they well,
mm-hmm.
or we going to do what we do well?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you start doing what they don't handle well, you get out of your own context.
There you go. Love it.
You attack them what they don't do well, but you do well.
Exactly. Make them adjust to you. Bottom line. You make them a you. Now you adjust to them. I love it. I love it, Coach. I appreciate you, man.
That what good teams do, man.
All right. Thank you, Coach. I didn't mean to do that, Coach. I pressed the wrong button, but I think I hung you up. Forgive me for that, Coach. Forgive me for that. Listen, the phone lines are open. You guys can call in real quick. Gary says, my brother Gary says JJ and Stephen Jones want to run the squad their way. So where does Kellen Moore get that me guy attitude from when it comes to running the offense? He got that from Coach Gary, because they gave him the green light. Kellen has such a green light that he knows that he can't get touched by head coach. There's only one person that can give him that type of free. Jerry Jones. Mike McCarthy, as I said when he got hired, that if you don't let him do his greatest attribute or contribution to a football team would be, as Coach Price just said, is the things that he does well. What did Mike McCarthy really bring to a table? He is, no matter what you say, he is a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator / head coach. He called the plays when Green Bay won that Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback. He was the play caller. He was hired prior to that as an offensive coordinator. So when you bring him to the Cowboys, you bring him in, but you're saying leave Kellen Moore alone, because that's really what happened. Because there's no way in the world, even though he gets out of camera and says, I love what Kellen Moore is doing. I love his play calling. I love all this. But you don't get to influence the play calling in the game. How many times do we see during the game Kellen walking up the sideline, calling the plays? Mike McCarthy just standing there with his arm folded, got a little something. That's Kellen Moore's playbook. You didn't. The only thing Mike McCarthy added was saying, hey, it's the 4th and inches or 4th and 2. Let's go for it. That's the only thing Mike did. He didn't have no weight on the play, or he didn't have no say so over there. Kellen Moore made the play call. So when you take away what he does best, then my question is, what does he bring to the team? Certainly, he has no influence on the defense. Because Dan Quinn, Dan Quinn calls all that. He don't have that. He obviously doesn't have anything to do with Kellen Moore calling plays. So, he's just a leader of men, I guess. What? When you hire people, and this goes beyond football. You hire people, or people hire you for what your skill level can bring. Mike McCarthy's skill level is offensive play calling. Forget the Super Bowl after that. Now, they didn't win, but the Green Bay Packers were in the playoffs every year when he was there. I'm just calling like it is. He don't have control. Jerry Jones gave Kellen Moore the head coach. I already know. We should have known that when he got hired. They said, okay, coach, we want you to coach the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring in my own staff. Okay, no problem. You want to bring in Mike Nolan as your defensive coordinator? Okay, bring him in. We know he ain't coached in a while. We know he ain't all that, but you want him as your defensive coordinator? Bring him. You want all your defensive back coaches and all? That's fine. Yeah, bring them on in. You got that. Okay, go ahead. I need a tight ends coach. Okay, you can go ahead and hire you want. We trust your knowledge. Okay. You want backs coach? Okay, go ahead. You got him too. All right. I want an offensive coordinator. Now, hold up. No. Now, you can do anything else you want to do. But Kellen Moore can't be touched. You just have to inherit him and let him call the play. You can do everything. You want to do special teams, coach? Go ahead and get him. You want to bring Bones in? Bring him in. No problem. We'll pay him. We'll write the check today. No problem. Well, I want an offensive coordinator, sir. Look, we done told you, man. We done told you. You get to touch anybody you want to touch, whoever you want to hire, fire whoever you want to fire. But Kellen Moore is our offensive coordinator. You took the job with handcuffs on you. That's what Mike McCarthy did. Mike McCarthy took the job. Mike McCarthy took the job with handcuffs because it eliminated him bringing the best attribute to the team, which is his play calling. I don't care what he doing game planning and all that kind of stuff. Mike McCarthy gets up there and says, look, whoever is installing the plays should call the plays. You just eliminated yourself. That's what he said to Kellen Moore. He believes as a play caller, whoever's installing the game plan, that's what he said, then he should be the one calling the plays. Well, he was in trouble from the start. So, to answer your question again, Gary, He got that me guy because he's been empowered by Jerry Jones. He ain't worried about his job. Matter of fact, they paid him more money to stay. He had a dream job back at his alma mater over there at Boise. Turned it down. They gave him some more money to stay. That's empowering. The man had obviously some head coaching jobs. I don't think nobody just offered him one, but he had all these interviews. I'm not sure if he turned down one or not, but they wanted him to stay. They wanted him to stay now. So which leads to another whole issue. And I ain't got time to talk about that, but we may have our next head coach already on staff, and that's Kellen Moore. Because as Coach Price just said, we're not going to hire that type of coach that will, Jared fires them. Jimmy Johnson, I ain't won 2 straight Super Bowls and got fired. I mean, come on now. He's the only one in history to win all the Super Bowls, 2 straight, lose his job. What kind of sense do they make? Bill Parcells, strong coach, just wanted the power. Got rid of him. Can't have a strong bull type dude in the office. The Cowboys don't like that. They want puppets. Kellen Moore looks like a prime candidate for being a puppet. He looks like a guy that's just gonna be easily constructed to just pin, and he gonna jump and everything else. Joe, I agree, will be a great coach, but I believe that this is all being kind of is almost similar to the Jason Garrett tiring. When Wade Phillips was the coach, Wade turned into a left, a easy lame duck coach because they said this is our next coach in waiting. Who does that? They paid him like head coach. They knew Wade was not. I mean, everybody knew Wade was through. And they had Jason Garrett. Garrett ran the show for 10, 11 years, however long it was. I see the same thing with Kellen Moore. And it makes sense because, why would you want to take away Dak Prescott's best attribute, I guess? I believe I'm using the wrong word. You're not going to want to take away the system that made him, a high-paid quarterback. They know each other. Kellen and Dak, they know each other, They're not going to want to take that away from him. They're not going to want to take that from him. Kellen Moore has been the only play caller that he knows. He is the only play caller, I believe, that he knows. Am I right about that? Let me see. Dak's rookie season, Kellen was his quarterback coach. Linehan still there? Well, if Linehan was still there, that's the same. Yeah, Linehan was still there. That's the same Linehan and Kellen Moore. It's the same coach. He is a disciple of Scott Linehan. So that's the same coach. So primarily he knows, all he really knows really is Kellen Moore. They're not going to take that from him. I'm predicting it now. I believe Kellen Moore will eventually be our next head coach. I believe that this year, because see, some of the heads gonna roll. I keep telling y'all this. And I'm going to go ahead and close out because some of y'all already watched the Final Four. We'll talk about that briefly before I leave. But I really believe that boys start off very slow this year. I believe it's going to be so much heat in Dallas. The fans are going to, the Cowboys, ESPN going to talk about it bad. Jerry going to hear all that stuff. And I think they got their eyes on something. And they already got the perfect thing in place. That if Coach McCarthy starts off very slow, 2-4 and 2-5, I'm not sure McCarthy gonna make it out this season. And they already got Dan Quinn in place to finish out the year. When Dan Quinn finishes out the year, depending on the record, They're going to let him go. And left standing will be the golden boy, Mr. Kellen Moore. And they'll say he got the experience. He's trained under Jason Garrett, a fine football coach. They'll say he's trained under a Super Bowl winning coach, and Mike McCarthy, and he's ready. That's why he got all these interviews. And before they let Mike McCarthy go, and before they let Kellen Moore take all these interviews again, they are going to throw him something they know he's going to take it. That's my prediction. Y'all. It won't be Sean Payton. Sean Payton going to want too much, and rightfully so. Sean Payton going to want to be in the second. He going to want to have the final say, and the Jones ain't going to let that happen. Sean Payton is not a puppet. Sean Payton has a way. He's won. He's been consistently winning. And his teams have always been a factor. And I know some of you saying, well, he got Drew Brees. But hey, he did have Drew Brees, but you still got to go out and do it. Sean Payton is not even being questioned as a great coach at all. But because he is one, that don't fit the Jones way. They want puppets. Kellen Moore is going to be one of the greatest puppets in history. Kansas, Joe said, Kansas beat Villanova 81-65. Everybody's ready to see Duke anyway. Not surprised. I am surprised by this score, though. Kansas by that much. I am surprised. But Kellen Moore is going to be our next head coach, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all told you that. I'm not sure if Coach McCarthy is going to make it out of the season. Dan Quinn will finish out the rest of the year. Then he'll leave. And Kellen Moore will be left standing. Dak Prescott's offensive coordinator for the league, and it'll be 3 years here. We keep growing with Dak. Kellen Moore will be there. He won't have no decision making. Jerry gets to keep the show and run his mouth, and Steven gets to do that, and they're not going to be challenged by saying, hey, we won't power. We just want Kellen Moore to coach. We'll handle the rest. And this thing will continue. This misery will continue. So God knows how long. So, all you optimistic Cowboy fans, your time is coming. The draft is almost here. This is what you're excited about. Okay. Joe said, if Kellen Moore becomes our coach, I'm changing the team. Well, you better start scouting, Joe. I can see this. I can see that. I can see it. I can. I can see it. I'm serious, y'all. I'm not sure if Coach McCarthy is going to make it out. I see the blame game going to happen if we start off slow. So I'm going to point it at McCarthy. So a lot of folks going to point it at Dak. It's going to be 1-2. Dak ain't going nowhere. He ain't going bad he plays, or if he's playing bad, he's not going nowhere. However, the head coach will. Somebody going to have to fall on the blade for this. Won't be Dan Quinn. Kellen Moore probably get a little bit of this too, but he's the future. I can see this happening. I really can. All right. Let you guys go. Tonight, I appreciate everybody coming and hang with me. Thank you so much. Tonight, I think all eyes, if you're not watching WrestleMania, you will be watching the Final Four. That's pretty much the sports thing tonight. The Final Four is already one game in play. Kansas beats Villanova 81-65. And tonight, heavyweight matchup for real, Duke versus North Carolina. Everybody's going to be watching that. Coach K trying to write a storybook ending to a incredible career. And what better way to do it against his most hated rival? And Carolina's going to try to end his night tonight. So it's going to be big stuff. Of course, WrestleMania, everybody watching that too. If you're a wrestling fan, so it's a big night tonight. I believe for those that don't know, I believe Stone Cold Steve Austin makes his return tonight. Roman and Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns is tomorrow night. It's a 2-day event. I think Edge and AJ Styles is tonight. That's going to be a great match. That's tonight. So if you're, a wrestling fan, tonight is your night. You're a basketball fan, tonight is your night. And the NBA is playing tonight. So it's games on there. I mean, just sports. All right. I will see you guys on Monday at 7:00. We'll continue this talk even more. I like the freestyle format because y'all be coming up with some good stuff. I got some smart people on here, hard Cowboy fans, and they know what they're about. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me. If y'all don't like my background, I use my Restream today. I didn't use on today. So if you see something looking a little funny, y'all have to bear with me. I ain't used Restream in a while. And it just is what it is. But we made it through. Listen, let me finish up by saying this. Forgive me, guys. Appreciate you, Coach. I've been busy this week. I wanted to do a video. I have not. I've been incredibly busy with my most of you know, I'm in my doctoral program at Grand Canyon University. I'm getting very close to writing my dissertation out. I've been really focused on that, but I got a little break here for the next couple of weeks before my next class starts. I'm almost through. By the end of this year, maybe. And not at the beginning of this year. When you write a dissertation, when you get to the dissertation process, it's really all about you and how fast you put your foot on the pedal to get it done. They don't put pressure on you, but I don't want to. I done been in school so long, I'm tired now, ready to get it over with. I just made another B+ in my last class. I clap myself. Yeah, you don't have to clap. I do that. I'm over 3.0 in my grade point average, so I'm on my way closer to become Dr. Douglas Brooks Jr. I'm getting closer, y'all. I'm a little excited about that. I'm proud of myself for making a B in that class. Okay, but y'all don't know nothing about that. But anyway, I'll see you guys Monday, 7 p.m. We'll talk about this stuff some more. Coach Gary said, let's go to North Carolina. Who y'all got? I guess we'll close out that way. I got a few minutes. Who y'all got? Go on in. You got Duke or North Carolina? I mean, this may be one of the most watched semifinal games probably ever. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that this game will be watched more than the actual championship game. I believe that. Hey, Donna. I see you, Donna. You just slipped in here. Hey, Donna. Appreciate you, Gary. Thank you, that man. We call Dr. D. I'm a Heels fan. I like the Heels too, but I think Duke. I think Duke is just something. It's reminding me of when Ray Lewis told his team this is the last ride, and and they took it all the way and won the Super Bowl. It's got that type of feeling. It just takes some things to motivate you and carry you to the next level. I'm seeing that with Duke. I think Duke gonna pull it. Donald says Duke too. I think Duke gonna pull it off. I just think it's just gonna be so hard to beat them. Gary said he's been a fan since '75, so you definitely are a Tar Heel fan. Ain't no doubt about it. Gary, you can start a North Carolina Tar Heel podcast almost. Joe says he believes Kansas is gonna win it all. Joe, who you got tonight? You got Duke or Carolina? Pulling it out. I just like to say I got Duke. I got Duke winning tonight. I think it's gonna be just too much. What's up, Nuke? My frat in here. Deion Jones, my fraternity brother of the illustrious fraternity Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. He came in. Mike said North Carolina because I just like Duke with a passion. Oh yeah, you definitely are. Most people can't stand one or the other, especially if you are either a fan of either team. You really don't like the other one. This is almost kind of like Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Washington, whatever they call. Cowboys, Giants. I mean, you despise them, really. That's what it's all about. So most people got Duke. I got a couple that said Carolina. I think 3 of us that so far have said Duke is gonna beat them tonight. Whoever's popping on. Fred, who you got? Nuke, who you got? Dion, who you got? Duke, Carolina, who you got? Gary said, I don't even buy Duke's mayonnaise. You know it's bad. You know you're in trouble. You know you're in trouble. You know you don't like Duke. If anything that got Duke on it, you're not buying anything. Yeah, you're a true Carolina fan. All right, nobody else ain't saying nothing. It's time to go. All right, I appreciate you guys hanging with me tonight. I'll be back on Monday at 7:00 p.m. Monday, 7:00 p.m. We're going to talk about some more of this stuff. Hopefully, I don't think nothing is going to happen in Cowboy land because all eyes and all focus now is going to the draft. I believe that. I don't even think that this is what we've been waiting on. We're going to be fine. I have full confidence in Will McClay. He always drafts well. I believe it's going to happen again. And Cowboy fans will be excited, about our young pups coming in. And we'll just have to see if any of them can get past the special team unit. I'm just saying. Or practice squad. I mean, Let me ask this real quick. Let me ask y'all this real quick. I got a sleeper in the draft. And nobody, they know him, but they kind of scared of him. Let me ask y'all this. At 24, we close out right here. At 24, what if Derek Stingley Jr. is there at 24? The cornerback from LSU. Y'all know who he is. He's bad. He's a bad boy. What if he's there at 24? And let me preface this. What if Dean is gone? Dean, the linebacker from Georgia. What if Jordan Davis is not there? The kid from LSU, Green, I believe that's his name. Green, the offensive lineman. I'll take the lineman. Let me just stop there. Let me kill myself. Let me stop what I'm thinking. If Green is there from A&M, I'm taking him at 24. Or the kid from oh my God. Oh, I had his name right on my mind. I'm sorry. He's an offensive lineman too. Okay. I know Sting, yeah, exactly. But if Stingley is there, and if you don't know who he is, you guys need to pull up his tape. Everybody should know who Derek Stingley Jr. is. And you just saw Garrett just said he has injury concerns. He's a cornerback, but he's special. That's the only reason why I'm bringing him up. If he's there at 24, and that's going to be interesting. So I would take Chandler second or third or running back. That's another whole story in itself. Like, see, you leading me into Monday now, Gary. Is it time that we start looking for the replacement of Ezekiel Elliott right now? I'm going beyond Tony Pollard, but I guess this is a nice little tease in the money until Monday. But is it time? Are we gonna? Do we believe that we done got the best out of Ezekiel Elliott? Is it over? He was special when he came in. Now he's just a notch below great. But he's getting nicked up a whole lot lately. Is it really over? Do we need to start looking for his replacement now? I'm going past Tony Pollard. All right, we'll talk about that Monday. All right, come on, put your hands together. Come on, let's go. Let me see the clap emojis real quick, y'all. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Y'all enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy WrestleMania. Enjoy whatever it is that you're gonna do tonight. Go to church tomorrow. Go to somebody's church, whether that's in person or virtually. Go to church tomorrow. Give praise unto your God on tomorrow. All right. Do that. Do that. The same way y'all came in and looked at me on your phones or wherever you looking. Click the same way into somebody's church tomorrow. Find whoever it is. You got millions of churches. Just go hear the word, something that's going to encourage you and move on. All right. Go do that tomorrow. Come on, put your hands together as I get ready to leave you. Y'all know how we do it. We leave by partying. That's what we do. I'm gone, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Monday, 7 p.m. for the one and only. This is the Big Time Show.